Imagine a river, not flowing to the sea but flowing north, uphill, across a continent. This is not a work of fiction. It is a reality in modern China. Deep beneath the mighty Yellow River, twin tunnels carry a second, entirely separate river on a journey of over 1,000 kilometers. This is the South-North Water Transfer Project, one of the most ambitious engineering feats humanity has ever attempted. It is a monumental effort to quench the thirst of a nation's arid north by borrowing water from its lush, water-rich south. The scale is almost beyond comprehension, a testament to what humans can achieve when faced with a crisis. The problem it seeks to solve is simple, yet profound. Northern China, home to vast populations and the nation's capital, Beijing, is desperately dry. For decades, its cities and farms have drunk deep from underground aquifers, ancient reserves of water that are now running dangerously low. The land was sinking, the wells were running dry. Meanwhile, in the south, the great Yangtze River holds an abundance of water, flowing powerfully towards the ocean. The grand idea was to connect these two worlds, creating a new plumbing system for an entire country, a manufactured lifeline, to sustain life and industry in the parched north. This project is not just a single canal. It is a sprawling network of concrete and steel, of tunnels and pumping stations. The cost has been immense, estimated at around $70 billion. This staggering figure reflects the sheer scale of the undertaking. The canals stretch for thousands of kilometers, longer than the distance from London to Rome. Every year, they carry tens of billions of cubic meters of water, enough to fill countless lakes. This is humanity acting as a force of nature, redrawing the map of water flow on a scale that rivals the work of glaciers and geological time. It is an extraordinary response to an extraordinary challenge. The vision for this grand project was articulated decades ago, but its realization is a story of our time. It is a story of immense power, both in the engineering required to move such vast quantities of water and in the political will needed to see it through. The goal was to provide a safety net, a reliable source of water that would allow the overstrained northern aquifers to recover. For cities like Beijing, which once faced a severe water crisis, this project has been nothing short of a rescue mission, changing the very source of the water that flows from millions of taps each and every day. The project is designed like a great circulatory system with three main arteries, each with a unique purpose and design. The most famous is the Central Route. This is the primary channel that serves the capital. It begins at the Danjiangkou Reservoir, which was greatly expanded for this purpose. From there, the water flows north entirely by the force of gravity, through a newly built canal stretching 1,267 kilometers. It is a marvel of precision engineering, a gentle man-made slope that carries the water on its long journey to Beijing and the surrounding regions. This route is the heart of the project, a direct lifeline to the political and cultural center of the nation. A second artery, the Eastern Route, follows a much older path. It cleverly repurposes parts of the ancient Grand Canal, a waterway with over 1,000 years of history. Unlike the gravity-fed Central Route, this eastern channel presents a different challenge. Here the water must be lifted uphill. A series of powerful pumping stations, more than 20 of them, work in a cascade, pushing the water northwards into the industrial province of Shandong. This route is primarily for agriculture and factories, but its reliance on pumps means it comes with a constant and significant energy bill, a trade-off for bringing water to these vital economic zones. The third and most ambitious artery, the Western Route, remains a vision on paper. It is by far the most challenging. The plan involves diverting water from the upper reaches of the Yangtze River on the high-altitude Tibetan Plateau. This area is geologically complex, ecologically sensitive, and home to the sources of many of Asia's great rivers. The technical and environmental hurdles are immense, and for now, this part of the grand plan is still in the planning stages. If ever completed, it would represent an engineering intervention on a scale that would dwarf even what has already been achieved by the other two routes. Together, these routes form a network of unprecedented scale. The central route alone has delivered over 67 billion cubic meters of water since it began operating in 2014. It has become so vital that today, more than half of all the tap water in Beijing originates not from local sources, but from the distant Yangtze River basin. For the millions of residents in the capital, this southern water has become an invisible, yet essential part of daily life. It is a quiet revolution happening in the pipes beneath their feet, a constant flow that has secured the city's future, at least for now. Such a colossal undertaking is never without its consequences. The water in the Central Route's canal is clear and protected, but to achieve this, immense sacrifices were made. To create the vast Danjiangkou Reservoir and safeguard the water quality of the catchment area, an astonishing 345,000 people had to be moved from their homes. Entire villages and ancestral lands were submerged beneath the rising waters. These families were relocated and compensated, but the social disruption was profound. It is a stark reminder that the clean water arriving in a city tap often begins with a story of human displacement far away. The environmental trade-offs are equally significant. While the project provides relief to the north, it places new pressures on the south. Diverting billions of cubic meters of water from the Yangtze River has an impact on its ecosystem, especially during drier seasons. There are also concerns about water quality. The eastern route, which flows through heavily industrialized areas, faces a constant battle against pollution. Ensuring the water remains clean enough for use requires tireless monitoring and regulation. The project concentrates risk in new ways. A severe drought in the Yangtze Basin or a pollution event could threaten the water supply for millions in the north. Furthermore, the project itself has begun to influence the world around it in unexpected ways. Recent studies suggest that the vast amounts of water now present in the arid north are causing subtle changes to the regional climate. Increased evaporation from the open canals and irrigated fields has led to slightly more rainfall and a small but measurable decrease in average temperatures in the receiving areas. We are witnessing in real time how a project of this magnitude can have a ripple effect, creating its own microclimate and altering the delicate balance of the local environment. And then there is the ever-present shadow of climate change. The entire project is predicated on the assumption that the Yangtze River will continue to have enough water to share. However, as global climate patterns shift, the reliability of rainfall in southern China is not guaranteed. A prolonged drought in the south could reduce the river's flow, jeopardizing the very source of this multi-billion-dollar water supply. This makes the project a high-stakes gamble on future weather patterns, a bet that the solution of today will not become the problem of tomorrow. The South-North Water Transfer Project is, without a doubt, a lifeline. It has pulled northern cities back from the brink of a water catastrophe, replenished groundwater levels, and even boosted grain production in a vital agricultural region. It has bought China precious time, but it is not a permanent solution. As one water planner in Beijing wisely noted, the transfer provides a bridge over scarcity, but it does not eliminate the need for demand discipline. The arrival of southern water cannot be an excuse to abandon the crucial work of conservation and responsible water management. Even with canals full of water, the fundamental reality of the north remains. It is an arid region supporting a massive population. The project eases the symptoms of water scarcity, but does not cure the underlying condition. Relying solely on this massive feat of engineering would be a dangerous oversimplification. True water security can only be achieved when this new supply is paired with a profound cultural shift towards conservation. Every drop saved through efficient irrigation, recycled industrial water, or simple household thriftiness reduces the strain on this colossal system and the distant river that feeds it. The project should therefore be seen as one part of a much larger strategy. The future of water in northern China will depend on a combination of this grand supply line and a deep-seated respect for the resource itself. This means improving governance, exploring market-based solutions like water rights trading, and continuing to invest in technologies that allow us to do more with less. The hard-won water that travels over 1,000 kilometers to reach a northern farm or a city tap should be treated as the precious resource it is, not as an endless commodity. In the end, moving rivers is an act of immense human ingenuity, but it is also an act that must be balanced with humility. We have the power to reshape the flow of water across our planet, but we must also respect its limits. The South-North Water Transfer Project is a powerful lesson in both our capabilities and our responsibilities. It shows that while we can build our way out of a crisis, the most enduring solutions will always be found in living wisely and in balance with the natural world. True sustainability is not just about finding more water, but about valuing what we have.